So we completed the first step. Now we are going to complete step 2, which involves completing the bottom 2 layers. If you followed the steps along the way, you will have each of the colors here matching, and it's the way I like to think of it is a bit like a crown, and you've effectively solved the first half of the cube because you've got a crown matching on all sides. And so that leaves only these 4 side pieces for step 2, and that will complete all 4 sides. The white is done, and this is a move that requires 1 sequence of moves, but the good news is that you only need to know 1 move to complete these 4 steps. So now that we've reached the stage where we need to know some moves, I'm going to introduce one ground rule. Every move we make is either going to involve the front face, the top, the front, or the side. That's it. This way, by knowing these 3 moves, you'll never have to do any of this switching and risk messing up your cube because you've suddenly got muddled, forgot where you were. So every move we make will be top, side, or front. None of this RU prime business. Okay, this is Rubik's Cube for ordinary people. So the way I like to think of it is that this is like opening and closing a jar. So open the jar, close the jar. This one is like a tap, turning on the water, turning off the water. And this one is like a dial, turning the volume down and turning the volume up. Those are the only 3 moves that we have to know. Always using this or choosing whichever you want as your front. Choose your front, make those moves. Okay, so this is your front, same top of the jar, turn the tap, volume up and down. Or it could be here. But the white is always going to stay on the bottom. And now we're going to make our 4 moves. So the principle of what we're looking to do is that we need to find the matching corner that is orange and blue. So what we can do is here orange and green, so that's going to go here, but we want this one. Every move we're going to make is going to move the piece from here to here. And what will happen is that that color will go here and that color will go here. As I said, it really doesn't matter what you have up here right now. The main thing is that you will do any of the pieces match the color here with the color here. And look, here I found one. So this move, the one that I've outlined here, so you can watch it in the video while you're doing yours, is, remember, open and close the jar, turn the tap on and off, and turn the volume up and down. Secondly, the principle is always that when this piece is going to move here in this order where this color will stay and that color will move here. So we need to make sure it's the right way around. So let's start by doing that first move. So open the jar, turn on the tap, close the jar, turn off the tap, close the jar again, and now we're going to do the volume. Turn the volume down, open the jar again, and turn the volume back up. So now you'll see that that red piece, that blue and red piece, has moved from here to here. And that's the first one solved. So now we're going to go hunting for more pieces. So now we've got a situation where we've got our first piece in, but now what we want is we have the piece that we want in the right place, but it's the wrong way around. So therefore we can't move it from here because it's already here. So the next thing, there are two things to know about this very same move. To get this piece out is to know where is it going to go. So what I'm going to tell you is that by doing this move again, with this being the front face, we're going to move this piece. It's going to end up here, and that is going to be switched around. The second thing to know is that this piece here, whichever one we choose, is going to be going into that slot. Now what I like to do, just for fun and for habit, is I know that this piece is going to go here, that piece is going to go here, it's going to flip around, and then I'm going to get that piece, flip it back around to this position, and then I'm going to need to put that one back. And then this piece that I've moved from here is going to end up here again. But what's going to happen is that this yellow side is now going to be on that face, which is good for us later on. So let me show you what I mean. We want to take this piece out. I don't really mind which one of these I'm going to use. But if I use this piece, when that one ultimately comes back to here, that yellow is going to be on the wrong side. So I might as well take a yellow that's wrong when I have to forcefully move a piece out. So I'll show you what I mean. Let's do the move. Open the jar, turn the tap on, close the jar, tap off, close the jar, dial the volume down, open the jar, dial the volume back. So now that piece that was here is now here, and the piece we wanted, which was the blue and orange, orange and blue, blue and orange, is now here. So now all we have to do is move this around, and now we have it all set up for moving that one back into there. But just remember, this is yellow and that was red, and in the previous move this was facing here. But watch what happens. We'll do the move again. Open the jar, turn the tap on, close the jar, turn the tap off, close the jar, turn the dial, open the jar, turn the dial back. And now we have that in the right place, but this red and yellow has now flipped around to the right way that we want it. I like to do that for habit when it's a move that doesn't matter to the rest of the pieces, as long as I get the right piece in. So now we have 1, 2, 3, and we only have one more that needs to be positioned. But of course, as we can see, we're going to have to do this same move again twice. We're going to take something here to push that one out. We're going to have to spin it round and then bring it back in, but at least that way it will be the right way round. So again, I'm going to take a piece that is not correct, because I know that when it ends up here, that yellow is going to be on the top. So let's do the move again. Open, on, close, off, close. Now we need to turn the dial volume down, and then we need to open once more and turn the volume back. So now this piece that was here has ended up here, but more crucially, the one we wanted is now aligned the right way, so that when we do the move one last time, we will have that corner piece in the right place. So open, on, close, off, close again, dial the volume down, open the jar, dial the volume back. And now we have step 2 completed. And we've got the white South Pole, and we've managed the end of step 2. See you in step 3, and we'll finish off this, not only this, but the entire cube.